Hey guys, and welcome back to Trading at Home. And today I'm going to do a little bit of a different video, and it is my 3-year plan. Obviously, I know that life doesn't always go exactly as you want it to go, but I believe that having a plan is better than having no plan. And I want to kind of go into something that really inspired kind of this, and that's Gary Vee. If we were just to look here into this little section about what he says right here, which is unless you're 100% committed to your audience. And how I take that is if you're 100% committed to whatever it is that you're trying to do, and you're trying to play a ridiculously long game, which is you're not trying to get it in 2 days, in 2 weeks, in 1 month, but you're really thinking in years. If you don't do that, then every single day you're going to become more and more vulnerable, which I take it as you're you're not gonna achieve your goals because you're thinking short term. You're trying to make quick cash, and there's something that no nonsense Forex says, and it's like you're trying to turn rocks into gold, you know. And I've played the long game for the short game, I should say, the short game for a very long time. I've tried to make quick money with trading, and it hasn't worked. I've been a trader for quite some time. I started when I was 16, and only now, almost 4 years later, am I finally getting somewhere. And one of the biggest reasons I can say I'm not where I should be is strategy hopping. It is not understanding that drawdowns are normal and getting upset when I take a loss. But this past year, I've worked really heavily on that. I've back tested like I've never done before. And I'm finally now on the forward testing phase. And I'm proud to say that I really am. And one of my biggest reasons for starting this channel is to really document my journey and be real about how trading truly is. I think, in today's day, there's so many gurus and so many traders driving Lambos and showing this beautiful lifestyle and maybe it's real, maybe it's not. We don't truly know, but no one is speaking about how it feels in the beginning. You know, the the losses, the pain, the the everything, practically every negative feeling that you experience when you're trying to make it in this game. And that's what I'm here for. I'm hoping that one day, practically in 3 years' time, when I look back at this video, I can laugh and say I've come very far. So a lot of you guys, if you have been keeping up with my channel, a bunch, I do have a strategy that I've back tested and I know works. Now it's all about doing it live. And I kind of have a 3-year plan to do all of this. 3-year plan, not a 6 month plan, not a 2 week plan, a 3-year plan. And I've broken it down essentially into 3 phases, which is phase 1 demo, phase 2 live, and phase 3 funding. The end goal, again, as you can see, phase 3 is to get funded with either my Forex funds, which is probably the number one firm that I want, or FTMO. But I'm not really for FTMO. FTMO, I prefer the my Forex fund rules. But I think that's for a later video. So essentially, let me start by explaining my 3-year plan and phase 1. This is starting with a demo account balance of $590, right? Why it's 590, don't ask me. It's just the number that is on the account. It is a demo account. I'm trying to emphasize this big time. It is a demo account, not a real account. And the duration I'm going to be trading this is 1 year. By projection, lots of people like to make projections. They like to say, I want to make 10%, I want to make 40%, I want to make 60%. But there's one thing that I've learned about trading this past year, and I've been trading for more than 1 year, but this year has really been the game changer for me. What I've learned about trading is don't have projections. Don't say I'm gonna have X amount by this time. Trading will humble you. That's one of my biggest keys, right? Trading will humble you. I do not have a projection. For 2022 and a little bit of what's left of 2021, I don't want to say I must have 150% growth by the end of 2022 whilst this strategy sucks. No, I do not believe that. What I'm really aiming for is a positive bank balance at the end of the day. I want this by the end of 2022 for this $590 to be something higher than $590. So practically anything from 591 plus. Okay. Obviously, I've backtested my strategy. I know that over time I will make more than $500, more than $1. So I'm not really worried about that. But I'm not having crazy expectations. I'm not trying to project anything. I'm going to trade, and whatever the market gives me that is in alignment with my strategy and my trading plan, I will take it. So not really, I don't really necessarily have any projections. I'm not aiming for anything. I'm just aiming for a positive expectancy. Obviously, if it became $1,000, wouldn't that be amazing? Obviously, if it became $600, I mean $10, it's growth. But I know my strategy can do better than a simple $10, growth. If you're aiming for $10, then you ought to just put your money in, a bank and let interest do the rest. So I know I'm probably gonna get more than 1% growth overall, but I'm not gonna sit here and put some sort of a limiting belief on myself. I'm just aiming for a positive expectancy during this phase one period, right? Now, what I'm hoping to learn, let's get into that. Here's what I'm hoping to learn. I want to prove to myself that I can be consistent, right? Like I said previously, one of my biggest issues has been strategy hopping. Oh my word, guys. Oh, I don't think I've really given any strategy time. And I finally have a strategy that I've back tested extensively. Extensively. I know the win rate of my strategy. I know the drawdown. I I know enough, but I want to prove to myself and I can be consistent with one strategy for a full year. And so this is what I'm hoping to learn, to prove. I'm hoping to learn more about myself and to learn that I can be a consistent trader. Now, I want to learn to trust my strategy. Do I trust my strategy right now? 120% I do. But there's a very big difference between back testing. Okay, I'm not going to write it out, but there's a very big difference between back testing and live testing. I want to trust my strategy in the live markets, okay? In the live markets. And whether that's demo or an actual live trading account where you're trading with real money, it doesn't make a difference. I just want to be able to trust the strategy in the moment. So that means every single day for the next year, trusting the strategy to kind of give my account, to skew my account to the positive, essentially. So that's really what I hope to get out of this. And I want some live forward testing data. Data is so important in trading. I told you this past year and learning how to properly backtest and learning the importance of backtesting has taught me a lot about having data to work with. 6 months worth of data is not a lot of data. It is not enough data. That's what I truly feel. Right now I have almost about 3 years worth of backtesting data on GJ and about 1.5 years or a little less than a year's worth of backtesting data for gold. During the rest of this December and kind of going into January, I plan on backtesting gold a lot more, but I have enough data to give me a reason to want to forward test it. But again, I would like some forward testing data because um, this is how you can tweak and you can this is how you can tweak and improvise your strategy, okay? And it's one thing to tweak and improvise it during backtesting and a completely different thing to do it with forward testing data. So I really want that data to be really able to see where can I improve with the strategy and how. So that's phase one. Now we move on to phase two, okay? And this is when I'll be making a $600 deposit into my account. That's right, $600. It might not be a lot, but I'm from South Africa, okay, and I trade in rand. So $600 is close to 5,000. If I'm not, no, I'm lying. I'm lying. $600 is about 10,000 rand. Okay, that's kind of a lot, especially for university students. So my plan is to spend the next year saving up this amount, and then depositing it at the end of 2022 once I have this live forward testing data and I've proved to myself that this strategy works live. Again, what I'm hoping to learn from phase two of all this is how to keep a level head during drawdown. And keeping a level head during drawdown in a demo account and in a live account are two very different things. I will be treating my demo account as if it is a live account, but still, there's still a difference. And I want to learn how to keep a level head during drawdown. I want to also understand how it feels to have real money on the line. And I want to prove that it actually truly works. And what I mean by actually truly works, trading is more than just the moment. There's a lot of things you have to take into consideration. You have to take into consideration, first of all, that real money is on the line, that you might be having a bad. There's just so many. And I want to prove to myself that it truly works and that I can trade the strategy, right? Whether I'm having a good day or a bad day, whether I woke up late, or I woke up whatever circumstances I'm going through, day to day. I want to prove that this strategy works well with my lifestyle and my personality. So that's phase two, and this phase two will be again 1 year. So this is expected to be around the end of. If this is the end of 2022, this is the beginning of 2023 till the end of 2023, around there. So once this year is done, which will be the end of 2023, I would have hoped to have learned all of this. And obviously, I don't know what my trading results will be then, but I'm hoping that it's going to be, I'm believing based on, my back testing data, I believe it's going to be, some sort of growth. And I'm hoping that this growth and the lessons that I would have learned in these past 2 years will allow me to move on to phase three, which will be, okay, this is a little bit off here, but that will be getting funded. Okay, that's phase three, getting funded. As you can see right here at the top, I wrote MMF, which stands for My Forex Funds, which is a prop firm that I'm hoping to join. I know there are other ones like FTMO, but there's a few things I don't really like about FTMO and their rules. And I just find that My Forex Funds just has a better rules that just work better with my strategy. So once once I'm done with that live trading with real money, I move on to phase three, and I'll be going with a $20,000 account. That's what I'll be trying to. I'll be doing the challenge. I mean, for the $20,000 account, and then simply pause phase one, pause phase two, trade the account for 6 months. Okay, I spelled account wrong there, but whatever. Um, what I've noticed is that, especially on YouTube, I watch a lot of traders on YouTube, and they will pass phase one and phase two by some crazy miracle, whatever that miracle is, they'll pass it. But then in 2 months' time, they've lost the account and they're back to square one. I don't see a reason. I don't want that to be me. I do not want to pass phase one, then fail phase two, or pass phase one and pass phase two, then 2 months later I lose the account, right? I know life and trading doesn't always go according to plan, but I believe that once you've proved to yourself that you can work with real money and you've done it for more than a year and you have real not back testing, but real um forward testing data with real money, keeping an account should not be a big deal. Okay. The only reason you'd really lose your funded account is that you've lost more. You've passed the 10%. Like actually with my Forex funds, it's 12%, right? You have had a 12% drawdown overall on the account, or you've broken that 5% daily drawdown limit, right? That is the only reason you should be losing your account. And my absolute belief is that if you spend 2 years trading properly with risk management and following your strategy, and for that 2 year period that hasn't happened, you haven't lost more than 12% of the account or had a 5% drawdown, it doesn't make sense on the third year why that should happen. So again, I'll only say I've passed phase three once I've had the trading account, the funded trading account, for at least more than 6 months. And at that point, I'll celebrate because I'll celebrate because at least I'm there. I've practically completed this 3 year plan. And obviously, I have more plans after this. I have phase four, five, and six, and more after that. But you start small and you start with what you have. So then, okay, fine. I will trade that account for at least more than 6 months, and then I'll celebrate. I'll celebrate a little bit. I don't know what that means, whether that's telling my parents or what. I don't know what it'll be, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But so yeah, this is the 3 year plan that I have for myself, and demo, live, and funding. And currently, I'm on the demo phase. I've actually started. I was trading this past week. Here's a $590 demo account, and this is what's going. I've actually had a really good start on this account. It's crazy. I had a trade on gold and 2 trades on GJ. And you can see I started around the 16th, so I kind of started mid into the week, which it is what it is. But you can see I've had immense growth. I started with 590 and I ended the week with 639. I do not expect every single week to look like this. Okay, I have my back testing data. I know that every single week will not be this beautiful growth. But I'm still excited for the journey, and I know that over time, right, in the long term, this will go up. Okay, even if there are moments when it does go down, by the end of the year, I'll be where I started and where I ended, there'll be quite a difference with that. So my goal really is to practically document this journey of going from bad trader, losing trader to consistent and funded trader. And I hope you join me for this 3 year long journey. What I plan on doing is updating you guys on this account either every day, every week. I think it just depends. Giving you some tips that I've learned, psychological tips, anything that I'm going through, and to just really keep it real with you guys. Um, so yeah, I would actually like to show you some of the backtesting data that I have. So this is 2020, and this would have been me trading backtesting GJ. This is backtested data of GJ, which is pound JPY, the pound yen, from January 2020 all the way to December 2020. And you can see, yes, there are periods of drawdown here, practically everywhere. There's drawdown everywhere, right? But overall, the account direction is up. That's 2020. Let's move on. This is for 2021. As you know, 2021 is not, over. There's still a few days left of 2021. But this is what I have so far from January the 1st. So kind of the endish of November. Overall, this is up. Okay. I write here initial balance was $600, and this is the maximum. So again, I started with $600 on this account, this demo account. Okay, this back test account, and it ended with about 1634. Okay, so far. I still have to backtest the rest of November and December of 2020, but based on my backtesting data, this is more or less the growth, what I don't want to say expect, but it gives me a very good benchmark or kind of overall. I just know that the strategy will work. That's what backtesting is for, is to prove yourself that the strategy does work. And then I also have a little bit about gold. I'm just seeing if I can get this thing. There we go. Projected growth for gold. This is also, I believe, 2021 data. You can see a couple of losing months here, and here, but overall the count is going up. I still have to do some backtesting for 2020 for gold, but I will do that, the rest of this week. I mean, the rest of this year and a little bit of next year. But overall, you can see the overall account growth is upwards. There are some periods of, not a lot of movements, some periods of drawdown, but overall, the account is going up, and that is what matters. So that's my 3 year plan, essentially. My 3 year plan to get funded, and I'm taking it the slow and steady route. I'm not in a rush. I'm not trying to get there quickly. I want, when I get eventually to phase 3, where I'm funded, I want to be confident. I'm not trying to prove anything to anyone but myself. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and I'm kind of putting this video up here on this platform to kind of also hold myself accountable. And I really hope you'll join me on this journey. And if you are starting your own journey, please comment down below, and let's just show what real trading is, and what real trading feels, and the ups and downs of it all. I think too many how should I say this? A lot of the time we're given this fake trading perspective, right? Of always winning, never losing, making thousands and thousands of dollars. And I don't think that's the case. I follow I've unfollowed, I should say, a lot of traders who I believe were not doing me justice. Okay. They weren't showing me, they were giving me they were just giving me a false understanding of trading, and I've now started following, I believe, true traders who can show me a year's worth of results. Trader Nick, which is somebody that I follow, is practically the only trader that I know of. There's probably more, but who shows years worth of trading data, live trading data, guys, with real money. Not enough traders do that, and because of that, I trust him. He shows his his ups and downs. He shows his losers and he shows his winners. And I really and I'm really thankful for him. And I want to also create a community kind of like his, where traders can be inspired and understand that losing is okay. Okay. As long as it's a controlled risk. But that's a video for another time. But anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. If you practically made it to the end, Please go ahead and subscribe. I'm going to be uploading a lot of videos, live trading videos, showing you the trades I'm in, psychology, anything and everything that I'm going through. But thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye.